Hello everyone, this is Audie. I figured I would go ahead and try to make a video today. I felt like I was prompted to do it. Coming to you from not so sunny South Carolina. It's been raining here for a few days. Anyways, I guess I will just let Spirit guide me and see what they come up with. Um, I recently posted something about old programming, and that is something that's so very true that so many of us, including myself, have had pushed in our heads since we was young. Um, Thoughts on, different religious thoughts and different religious beliefs. There's a whole slew of things, fear put in there. Um, Before you can truly reach the God source within you, a lot of that needs to be removed. It can be done through meditation, um, a whole slew of different spiritual practices. And that brings me to, spiritual practice. Do the one that feels comfortable with you, whatever resonates with your heart. What makes you feel good, what brings you closer to God. That's the one you need to do. I like doing meditation. I've done sun gazing, toning, excuse me, a few different things. I just do whatever it is that I'm guided to do. The main thing you want to do is bring a calmness, kind of get out of your mind. All that running around that used to happen in my mind, it's gone. It just gradually ceased to exist. Um, Awkward moment here. And once it ceases to exist, you can be in the now moment, in the present moment. When you're present, you're not thinking about anything else. You're just here. You're kind of observing. You're the observer. And you're checking out whatever's happening. Sure, you can think. You can think of past things when you need to. Plan a future event, but don't dwell on it. Stay in your heart space. That's what they mean from going head to heart. Your thoughts just kind of gravitate towards your heart. It's like feeling, like you're feeling with your heart. You're not thinking so much with your head. You're just feeling. Your intuition will kick in. You'll know when something sounds right and something doesn't. But it's very important that you hit that quiet spot, that sweet spot, where you're not thinking all the time. Whether it's through meditation or whatever spiritual practices that you're doing, you have to get out of your head. That's a big one. That's the main one. If you're out of your head and living in the present moment, your spiritual abilities and different progress is going to start soaring. Too many people, when you're so far in your head and you're watching the news and you're watching all these things that kind of put fear in you, things like that, it's totally counterproductive. You need to watch what you're watching and what you're listening to. Just be aware of it. Not saying you have to stop everything. Just do things that are kind of soothing to you. It took a lifetime to get where you're at, and it's going to take a little while to undo what you did to get back to your natural state. When you was born, you was totally connected to God, and after age 5 or 6, it started kind of going away. Even went away more when you was told you can't do this or this isn't possible or different things isn't possible. I'm here to tell you that there's so much that's possible. There's unseen forces all around us, spirits that are cheering us on. Literally, I used to want proof and want this and that. Then all these different things started happening to me, and the energy started flowing and all that, and it's unbelievable. I'm like, wow. I mean, why has this been kept hidden from us for so long? It's amazing. I never had like the guides speaking to me like a lot of people say, oh, my guides, and they probably do. Different people's connect in different ways. I was told, now I do get messages when I'm doing sessions, that they want me to be feeling, because when I'm working in the auric field and all that, I have to feel and go into my heart where I can feel the person or get a sense of the whole group or whatever it is that I'm working with. And I know a little bit better what to do. You'll learn more from feeling than just from seeing, because I was always thinking about, whoa, what about my third eye? And it's going to come, and it opens somewhat, at night when I'm in my room or when I'm there channeling. I sometimes see spirit out of the corner of my eyes a little bit. They're around. As your third eye starts to open now, they'll just give you a glimpse to start with. And as soon as the fear comes in, like, oh, what was that? It'll shut down. Spirit does not want you to be in fear. They don't want to scare you at all. just like the ETs. Why haven't they landed? Because so many people would still be in fear, and that's the last thing they want to do. They're coming, majority of them are coming from a place of love, and they want you to be, at heart. And they're going to show themselves sooner or later. They even do to certain people. I have some that work through me. I mean, there's various. When I say my team, there's been so many. I can't define any single one. Gaia is a big one. I mean, that works, that I get a lot of my energy through. Anyway, you need to go in the heart. What is going in the heart? It's just stopping all the chatter in your mind, calming. Do calming, soothing things. I just made that video, the one that's like 3 layers deep, and it has the healing eyes behind it, and they're putting out energy to you. But it's like a visual meditation. I was thinking of something that someone could help, that could help someone that has a hard time with the meditation. You just watch it, absorb it. When you're calm, just listen to the music and just watch the pictures go by, and it will do its thing. It'll chip away at that old programming. And that's exactly what Spirit told me. As we do these sessions, the old programming will get chipped away, all the fear. The worst of the old programming is the fear that you are a sinner, or you're not worthy, or you're going to hell. And hell doesn't exist, by the way. There's so many things, and it's no one's fault. We're finding, and everyone, if you're watching this video or if you're on my site, you know that we're all waking up, and we know there's something more out there, and it's no one's better than anyone else. No one is way ahead of anyone else. Certain of us are waking up faster to help maybe lead the way and assist humanity in, with the process. But everyone that's on the site is aware that there's something more, and it's something different than what they've been taught. That being said, there's so many things that you can do just to be aware of what you're putting in your mind. It affects you in so many ways. Put positive stuff into your mind. When you go to bed, positive affirmations, thoughts of thankfulness, things like that. What you go to sleep with, where you're listening even in meditation tapes or something, that once you get to a certain level of state down towards the theta, when you start getting really sleepy, that little doorway opens in the back of your mind, and it allows you to make a bigger change to the programming that's in your head. You're letting it in more. You might put up little sticky notes, little reminders to love yourself. Tell yourself in the mirror, say, I love you. That was one thing that was one of the last things I learned how to do, is to love myself. But I realized that I'm just as good as anyone else. I'm not any better, but I'm dang sure not any worse. And I don't have to live my life based on others' opinions of me or others' beliefs of that. They don't burn people at the stake anymore. Yeah, there's some ridicule and there's some this and that, but I don't really care. I'm going to do what comes from my heart and what I believe in and what I know is true. Everyone else, that's fine. If they don't believe, all you can do is plant a seed. Just plant a seed, and no one's going to change a person's beliefs but themselves. They will make the final opinion. So don't let others dictate how you feel about yourself, because they don't believe in what you are doing. You're the only person that judges yourself and really critiques yourself, you and your mind. Just know that you are an aspect of God, you are part of God, just like everyone else. This whole facade, this whole exterior and everything is just like a rental. It's a suit that we're wearing, nothing like a car. A new car, an old car, whatever, as long as it gets there and gets the job done. Too many people put so much importance on their looks. Yeah, I'm going to say I haven't been there. But I mean, with the television and the photoshopping and all that stuff, or photocropping that goes on with pictures and movies that take out blemishes, and they're putting the wrong idea of, like, young girls, you got to be this way or that way, or guys, you got to be a certain way. Just understand that we are all part of God. On the inside, once this is gone, we're all a consciousness, the form of energy. These orbs, you can take shape in any number of ways, and you're all beautiful, beautiful beings. There's no one that's any different than anyone else there. You all have your own unique vibration, your own unique frequency. It's like God is, there's no word, you cannot describe it. God is so infinite, so it is everything. Everyone is a little part of God. That's actually God experiencing God and expanding and knowing God's self. We're there, and you're just as important as everyone, as anyone else. Because if you weren't important and you weren't needed, you wouldn't be here. You would not exist. It's that simple. The all that is, which is God, source, God, well, whatever you want to call it, would not be what it is without you. You are a critical part of it. And you need to know that and understand that. You know, so many things happen in this world, and it's some terrible things. You know, it's duality. That's why they call this a school of hard knocks. It's a hard place to come. That's why many beings never come here. It's like we're well respected and looked up to as very courageous for coming down here to learn whatever we have to do. But on this level, this experiential level, you can make a lot faster progress than you can, let's say, in the spirit world. Let's say if you when you tell a little kid that something's hot, you know, and you can tell them all you want, sooner or later they're going to touch it to know through and through that that is hot. That's the same, like, you know, when we're up above, when we're in heaven, we know things, we have access to just about all knowledge, but you want to experience it on a through and through level so that you totally get it, that you totally know it through and through. Once you do that, you know, eventually all of us are going to become like guides or mentors to others. We're going to be working on the other side, helping people that's here now. And you see all them people that maybe they don't have a clue. Well, they have a clue on the other side. They know that what they should have done better, or what they could have, would have, should have done. For whatever reason, they didn't experience it. And, you know, that's fine. They came here and they probably learned what they needed to learn. If they didn't, they'll come back and try it again. There's no race. There's no race to it, you know. You might see some people that is more advanced in certain ways, but everyone has gifts. And the key to getting them is going in your heart. Everything happens from your heart. Just like your heart chakra, all your chakras, for the average person's in good spiritual condition and everything, they're all partially open. They're not fully open. When your heart chakra opens, that's the key. When it fully opens, everyone around you is going to know it. They're going to feel the love emanating from you. And once it opens, the rest of your chakras are going to open. Then your abilities are just going to be like phenomenal. And yes, it is possible. It's very possible. There's already been, you know, like Jesus said, the things that I do, you should do, and even greater. I mean, things are happening now, manifestations and different people with different abilities. It's mind-boggling and it's awesome. And you have that within you as well. You definitely do. Don't doubt yourself. That is something that I did, and it's kind of natural. Like, am I really feeling this, or am I thinking this, or is this really coming through me when I do these writings or something like that? And it is. It's coming through on some level. I'm just relaxing and just getting whatever comes through and trusting it. That's a big thing, because everyone has intuition. It's a little bitty voice that's inside of you. You know, too many people, they get something, then they second guess themselves. Well, let me think about it again. Wrong answer. The first one is normally always the best. The more you listen to that little voice, the louder that voice is going to get, and the stronger your connection is going to be. We all have spirits around us, guides, our own team that's there, and they're cheering you on. They're there, and so many people don't recognize it. I didn't recognize it. I heard and I read things, and things started happening. I was 53 years old, and this energy started running. I was just trying to find God, to find myself. Who am I in this whole scheme of things, you know? When I first started, it was like I was reading and experiencing so much stuff inside my head. I'm like, oh my God, what do you believe and what not to believe? And I just kind of shut it out. And I'm like, I started meditating, started doing stuff just to get in touch with God for myself and to know who I am. You know, I kept that stuff in the back of my mind. I'm like, yeah, okay, possibilities. Everything's possible. But I want to know myself. And as I hit some kind of certain space within myself through a lot of meditation, a lot of spiritual work, I probably needed it. And things started happening. And it's just, checking the time here, and it's just miraculous. The whole journey, the whole thing that's unfolding. You know, don't be in such a rush to get these abilities or get that. Be in a rush, not a rush, but just be on a path towards God, towards oneness, towards yourself, towards realizing that God and everything is a part of, that you are part of everything. It's such an amazing thing. I mean, you know, I can sit outside now and the wind blows and you can feel it, and it's like, oh my God, it's like you're being caressed. The birds are chirping and things are happening. I mean, there's miracles happening everywhere. It's mind-boggling. Things that I never saw before is like opening up and making me feel so good and alive. I have goosebumps. And it's just phenomenal. And it grows, and it steadily grows and grows. And as you surrender into it, more and better things start happening to you and through you. And you got to know this. Please, please, please try to get out of your mind. I've done a lot of write-ups on things like that. You can go to my little other page on Facebook, and it's got stuff I've written. And, you know, just use whatever. If it resonates with you, use it. If it don't, then say, okay, well, it's a possibility. I never say no one can't do this or can't do that, because I've witnessed some things and felt some things that I would never thought possible. So, you know, and then also your intuition. You got your own bullshit-o-meter inside. You know when someone's telling the truth or when they're not. You know, and I just say, oh, okay, well, you know, and it's a lot of it's ego-driven. I've been there. Even sometimes it tries to raise its head a little bit, but I pretty much try to keep it under control. And everyone has one, and that's thing that's ruined so many lives. It's your ego. It's like, let's say your mind is a 10-story building. If it's on one floor, that's fine, but don't let it go on all the floors. Don't let it control everything and dictate how you feel about yourself and this and that. There's so many things, and I tell you what, the Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power Now, or even The New Earth, I'd read The Power Now first. It tells you how to get away from that. I was pretty much already there, and I stumbled upon it, and I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly, he tells you exactly how it feels and what it's like to do and experience, like living in the now. You're in a present moment. All that stuff yesterday that you've done, all them dreams, and it's like a dream. Yesterday, you think a dream you had, didn't think of yesterday. It's no difference. It's kind of vague, and it's there, you know. You have this moment right now, this now moment, now. Anything before that is neither here nor there, or the future. You can vision things and that, and yeah, some things eventually come about. But most time people worry and are concerned about things that never happen. They make up situations and scenarios in their own mind, and you don't need to do that. Learn to become present within yourself. Find a God within you. Jesus says, if your eye be single, your whole body be full of light. And what he's talking about there is your third eye. When your third eye starts to open and you start gaining information through your crown, through your third eye, the light of God comes within you, literally. I mean, it's after someone's vibrations get so high, you can see a light around them. I mean, or you can feel it. It's just amazing. And I am so thankful to be on this journey, and I'm so thankful for all of you to be here with me. You know, and I do whatever I can do. I welcome anyone on the site or wherever that's coming from the heart and is speaking their truth, because I think sure don't have all answers for everything. I mean, if I can direct someone to someone better, then more power, you know, more power to the individual. It's for them. It's not for me. It's not, you know. Anyway, I guess I've been talking long enough, and I just want to thank every one of you, and I do love every one of you. I really do. And just thank you for being a part of everything. I'm so honored and I'm so humbled. Thank you, and God bless.